Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Kimberly Clay, and this is Relationship Realities. Welcome to our experience on this evening. We want to share with you everything that we've gained about relationships and family and communications. But first, as you're coming in, I want you to go to the bottom left-hand corner of your screen and hit that share button. Yes, I need 200 shares, at least 200 shares this evening for this broadcast. So I need y'all to help me. Go to the bottom left-hand corner of your screen, hit the share button. Share it to your timeline, share it to your friends' timelines, share it in your groups. I need us to get to at least 200. Somebody needs what we're going to talk about on this evening. Did y'all see the preview commercial for Relationship Realities? Well, our topic for tonight is trust issues. So with that being said, go ahead and sign yourself into class. Hashtag trust issues. Hashtag trust issues. We've all dealt with this. So tag somebody, invite somebody, text them, let them know that we are on live on Relationship Realities with Dr. Clay. And we're talking about trust issues on this tonight. So let's just lay back and enjoy the conversation. I need y'all talking to me. I need y'all interacting with me and letting me know how I can help you with your trust issues. Go once again. Get your note paper, your notepad, everything that you need. Y'all know we always say it. Get everything that you need so that this discussion can be beneficial to your life, beneficial to your family, beneficial to your future going forward. We don't want to be just doing this just for the sake of having a class, but we want to sow into your life. So allow Dr. Clay to sow into your life in Relationship Realities. Go to the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. Once more, bottom left-hand corner. Thanks for the tagging and the liking and the hearts. But I need you to go to the bottom left-hand corner of your screen and share this broadcast. Thank you. Are y'all done? You sharing? Thank you. Bottom left-hand corner as you're coming in. Glad to see y'all on this evening. Go to the bottom left-hand corner of your screen and hit that share button. Share it on your timeline, your friends' timelines, and in your groups. We want to jump into this discussion tonight because it is so good. So good. So I'm so excited to share with you on today. We go periodically, we move through topics that we think would be beneficial for the whole body of people that we serve across the world. People who watch our talk shows, people who watch our classes. We want to be a benefit to you and your family. So how better than to talk about some things that affect us in real time, in real life. Let's ask God for his blessing. God, we thank you for this time. We thank you for this moment that we will never see again. God, today we want it to be used for your glory and for your honor, Lord. We thank you for every man, woman, boy, and girl who has joined us in this conversation. We thank you. We ask that you give us clarity of mind, clarity of thought, and the peace and understanding that comes with knowing that you love us. So you've sent us this knowledge, understanding, and thereby wisdom. In Jesus' name, amen. I love y'all so much. This is Relationship Realities, and I'm excited to be here. I am Dr. Kimberly Clay, your facilitator for Relationship Realities. We are here on Anointed TV on Thursday evenings at 9:00 p.m. Central Standard Time. And we're also on Family Vibes Counseling page, the nonprofit organization that I founded several years ago. We are on Saturday morning at 10:00 a.m. So share it with your friends, your family, your loved ones, let them know that Dr. Clay is here to help with relationship realities. Love y'all so much. Today, we're talking about trust issues. Today's conversation is about trust issues. If you have not already, go ahead and check in with hashtag trust issues. All one word, all together. Hashtag trust issues. Trust issues. Trust issues. We've all dealt with the problem of trust issues, having problems trusting others and having faith in others. So we want to look at this very closely. Trust issues. Have you ever felt sure that you couldn't trust someone, even if they had done nothing? Have you ever had problems trusting someone? That person had done nothing to you, nothing to cause you to doubt their integrity, but just having a problem trusting others, trusting a person. Trust issues can cause suspicion. Wonder what they're up to. I don't know. I don't trust them. It can cause anxiety, feeling uneasy. It can cause doubt. For those of you who were on my locker room teaching Tuesday, you know about doubt. And trust issues can be very damaging to our romantic relationships. Come on, couples. Come on, marriages. Romantic relationships, our personal relationships and friendships, family connections, and our professional relationships. That is definitely an area. Let Dr. Clay tell you, that is definitely an area that we do not want to play in our professional relationships. See, the thing is, for those of you who don't know, Dr. Clay is the doctor, comes from a doctorate in industrial organizational psychology. I'm an organizational psychologist. I study how people work best together, not simply limited to the mental health field, but working in the mental health field through my master's, which is in counseling psychology. But I also, by day, work as a business coach and a leadership consultant. And so in this area, I see a lot of what we deal with mentally and emotionally it carries over into our professional lives, and it tends to cause problems. So what we want to do here in Relationship Realities is show us how to nip these problems, these emotional issues and mental issues in the bud so that they don't pour off into our professional relationships. So just look at this. Learning to trust again. This is what I want to help us to do, is to learn to trust again. There may have been issues, and we're going to talk about this more. There may have been times when people betrayed our trust. Have you dealt with that? Y'all feel free to talk to me in the comment section. I actually do go back and read those. If you have questions, you can inbox us at familyvibesinc. Family Vibes INC. Go to that page on Facebook. You can inbox us on Instagram. Same tag, Family Vibes Inc. All of the platforms, YouTube, we're on Family Vibes Show. But you can reach out to us, and we really would love to help you walk through your situations. Family Vibes Counseling offers free services in the community. We run by donations. So if you need help, we don't charge for our services, but we are happy to help in your situation. But we don't want to damage our relationships. We want to learn how to trust again. Who needs to know how to trust again? Have you had problems learning to trust people, no matter who they were? We could just be meeting them. And a lot of times when we have trust issues, we'll say it's too good to be true. You know, we're looking for something bad, or we're finding a way to sabotage this relationship before it can even get going. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Learning to trust again can be difficult, but necessary to maintaining our emotional well-being. Learning to trust again. We've got to do it. Somebody say in the comment section, I've got to do it. I've got to learn to trust again. I've got to learn to trust again. It can be difficult, but it is necessary to maintain our emotional well-being. Trust involves honesty and integrity. Trust involves honesty and integrity. We don't keep secrets from each other in relationships. And y'all know I talk about relationships, the way people are interconnected together. They are not just romantic relationships or intimate relationships. All types, friendships, family connections, all of our relationships, co-worker, boss relationships, co-worker to co-worker, parent-child relationships. There are all types of relationships. A connection between two or more people is a relationship. We don't keep secrets from each other. When we're apart, we don't worry about our significant other pursuing other people, the jealousy issue creeping in. If they've not given us a reason to not trust them, we don't start out that relationship with trust issues. So trust, let's look at this. It involves honesty and integrity. So what is honesty? Let's talk a little bit about this. Are y'all with me on tonight? Honesty, fairness, and straightforwardness. Honesty is fairness and straightforwardness of conduct. Honesty is also adherence to the facts, sticking with the facts, sticking to what's true, honesty. And we can be dishonest by leaving out details that should be offered up or told or spoken. That's dishonesty as well. It's not necessarily what we say all the time. A lot of times dishonesty could be what we don't say. The information that we withhold, it's still being dishonest. So we have to look at that thing. A lot of times we're accusing someone else of not being able to be trusted, not trustworthy, but we are the ones being dishonest in that relationship, in that friendship. So look at this thing and make sure that we're clear, that our hands are clean before we are accusatory or accusing someone else of not being able to be trusted. Just being honest with you on tonight. Just being honest with you today. Integrity. We learned that trust involves honesty and integrity, right? So integrity is firm adherence to a code of especially moral or artistic values. Another definition is the quality or state of being complete or undivided. I like this one. I like this definition. Integrity, the quality or state of being complete or undivided. The reason why I like this definition of integrity, it is the quality or state of being complete, meaning whole, all together, or undivided. When a person can be divided, meaning, as we refer to in the Bible, double-minded. Y'all remember that scripture, a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. When we can be divided, we have one part of our thoughts thinking this way, and then one part of our thoughts thinking that way. A lot of times we have one part of our feeling or our emotion or our heart seat pulling towards one way. Well, on this hand, I love them. I want to make this work. And then on the other hand, there are feelings that I have that make me feel like it won't work. Y'all know, come on, get with me. Don't act like you don't know what I'm talking about. This thing is real. This thing is real. Trust issues are real. Put that in the comment section if you agree with me. If you know that Dr. Clay is telling the truth on tonight, put that in the comment section. Trust issues are real. Trust issues are real. They are. So we learned that honesty and integrity are totally a part of being able to trust someone, okay? So having trust goes beyond believing they won't lie or cheat. That's the simple, that's the bottom line basic. just if that's all we have to look forward to, man, we're in bad shape anyway. We might as well give it up. But just believing that someone won't cheat us or lie to us, that is the bare minimum. Trust goes way beyond this. And this is what we're going to learn. I know it's going to take me more than 1 week to talk about this. We're going to dedicate a few weeks to talking about trust and trust issues. And I believe that this is really going to help us. So make sure, matter of fact, right now, before we get into this good, talking about things that, signs of trust issues, go to your bottom left-hand corner of your screen right now. Somebody needs this information. Somebody needs to be in on this conversation. Go ahead and share. Hit that bottom left-hand corner share button. Share it to your timeline. Share it to someone else's timeline. Put it in your groups because somebody needs this information. So having trust, it goes beyond believing that somebody won't lie or cheat us. But it also means, look at this, don't miss this. It means that we feel safe and comfortable. Is there anyone, think about this, come on, this is a conversation, and I want us to think, and I want us to go deep in our hearts, deep in our emotions, so that we can be healed from these things that have been tearing us up for so long. It means that we feel safe and comfortable with this person. And we know that they will not physically or emotionally hurt us. We know they won't hurt us physically or emotionally. So it goes beyond a lot of times, especially in romantic and intimate relationships. We have a problem. We struggle with trusting. Men have a problem trusting women, and women have a problem trusting men to not lie to them or to cheat on them. But look past it. In our professional relationships, think about it. On our jobs, how many times have we had problems from trust issues? Professional relationships, friendships, how many times have we struggled with trust issues? Knowing that person won't hurt us physically or emotionally. This person that we trust, we've got to know that they have our best interest at heart, but also respect us enough to encourage us to make our own choices. They have our best interest at heart, and they encourage us to make our own decisions, our own choices in life. And they respect and stand behind those decisions. Anybody who loves you, truly loves you, they're going to respect your decision-making process. They're going to respect your decisions. Anyone who loves you, truly, they're going to support you emotionally. Here it goes again. We talked about this. Communication and relationships. We talked about this. What makes a healthy relationship? See, all these topics go together. You're going to hear some of the same information because of the fact that there are certain things that we need in order to have healthy relationships, healthy connections, healthy bonds with each other. All of us humans here on earth, we're going to have to learn how to live together. So why not get these trust issues out of the way? So let's talk about it. What exactly are trust issues? We've talked a little bit about it. Trust is believing in the integrity of others. We talked about that. The ability to stand, their ability to be rooted in honesty. Knowing integrity works this way. It doesn't matter if I'm in front of someone or behind closed doors where I think no one's listening, even though God is still there. But integrity works where I'm the same behind closed doors as I am in front of someone. Integrity is me being the same person when I'm in your face as behind your back. I'm saying the exact same thing. Integrity. Trust is believing the integrity of others. If we don't believe that that person is going to be the same, we have a trust issue. There's a problem, and that's not truly a relationship. There's truly not been a connection made between those people if they don't believe in the integrity of the other person. So look at this. Building trust means that we feel secure. There it is again. Secure, safe in our interactions and relationships. We're able to open up and be vulnerable to others. When we open ourselves up, there is no guarantee. Y'all, these are all topics that we're gonna address. I can't address everything at one time. So we're going piece by piece, bit by bit to get there so we can be healed from the inside out. But when we're talking about people harming us and betraying our trust, feelings of security can be shattered. I mean, everyone's been through situations. I know what it feels like to have your trust betrayed. I know what it feels like to have people walk off from you who you consider close, or people that you truly love, you truly care for. But when people harm you and betray your trust, your feeling of security can be shattered. A lot of times it is. It's hard. It's difficult. I'm not going to lie and say that it's not hard starting over again after you've had your trust betrayed. But we've got to get through these trust issues. Somebody say, I got to get through it. I've got to get through it. I've got to make it through. Okay, so look, we start to expect the worst. Oh, this is real. Oh, I know it's real. Let's just be honest. Let's lay it out on the table. These are real deal conversations that we're having here in Relationship Realities. It's so important. It's imperative that we have these conversations, because without it, we're going to be walking around some dysfunctional people. And that is the last thing that I want on my watch, is to have dysfunctional people walking around my space when I could have been a blessing, when I could have helped. So hence, this is the reason for these conversations. Relationship Realities came forth. So we start to expect the worst from others and become suspicious and skeptical. We don't just do it with one person. We become suspicious and skeptical of everyone. We find something wrong. We look for a needle in a haystack. We look for small problems, small threads coming loose in the hem to see the bottom fall out. It's almost as if when we've had our trust betrayed by one person, it's as if no one's right. Everybody's out to get us. No. And that is so far from the truth. But that is where our minds automatically go when someone betrays our trust. This lack of trust, commonly referred to as what we're talking about tonight, having trust issues. It can be harmful to our mental health. Y'all, our mental health is so important. It was actually the shootings, specifically the one in the movie theater, in the Joker movie, when the guy went in and shot people in the Joker movie. That was the birthing point for Family Vibes Counseling Incorporated, my nonprofit organization. I said, I've got to do something. There are some tools that we can offer people to have somewhere to go. They don't have to be turned away by a psychologist or a psychiatrist just out to make their dollar or their hourly wage, but we have something to offer. That is why Family Vibes is not only working in one city or one state. We are making our way around to be a blessing in actually all 50 states. That is our goal. Our vision is to work in all 50 states. That's really why I need you all support. I need your help to become a monthly sponsor, because we can't do this on our own. It takes all of us to be a blessing to each other. So think about becoming a monthly sponsor. It doesn't matter how small or how large your gift is, you will be a blessing, because there is so much work to do. Mental health is so important. This is something that we really need to look out for ourselves as well as others. We have to take care of our emotional and mental health. When we feel things slipping through the cracks, when we feel like we're losing it, y'all, I'm telling you, get some help. call Family Vibes 972-589-1925. We don't want to leave you out there. We don't want you to stay out there feeling as though you're going down a drain, as though you're just slipping away. No, that's just the weight of the world on your shoulders, and you have to have an out, someone to help walk you through those situations. But when we look at the lack of trust, that is the background for trust issues. It can become very harmful to our mental health and our relationships with others. We can see these relationships start to be shaky on the foundation that they stand on. Trust issues can affect many areas of our lives, including our mental and emotional health. We have to look at it. Our professional and personal relationships, like we just talked about. These are important. We have to go through life. We need to have strong professional foundations. Many of us are building businesses, building nonprofit organizations, working to become CEOs or CFOs in huge companies, or working our way up the corporate ladder. There is no way to have a strong professional relationship without addressing these trust issues. We have to. We've got to get through this. We've got to get through this. And you will. I believe that you will. You have our fullest support here at Family Vibes Counseling and in Relationship Realities. We want to give you every tool possible to help you work through these issues. Trust issues can lead to relationship problems. We see this daily. Relationship problems. Loneliness. Who deals with loneliness? You may not want to say anything out loud, but like I said, you can inbox us or follow up or text the number to Family Vibes. Loneliness, isolation, being off to yourself. Have you seen yourself? See, these are things to think about. We may think that it was normal. It's not normal to start to isolate ourselves more and more. All this from trust issues. Oh my. Relationship problems, loneliness, isolation, stress, burnout. And this is one of my personal problems, is perfectionism. Trying to make sure that it's exactly perfect before we put it out or before it's executed. When we don't trust others, it can cause us to obsess about other people's actions and feel like we have to do everything ourselves. It can lead us to controlling and that perfect action that is called perfectionism. Trust issues can negatively affect the following: our work relationships and productivity. Man, have you ever realized that having a trust issue, a trust problem with people could reduce productivity in our work? It can affect the relationships that we have with people on our jobs or in our organizations or in our businesses. It definitely affects these things. Our romantic relationships, trust issues definitely put a roadblock in our intimate relationships. Our friendships, same thing. Relationships with family members, relationships with our children. Have we ever noticed that maybe many times we've allowed trust issues to pour off into our parent-child relationships? Think about it. That those are some of the most special people to us in the world. But many times we've allowed trust issues to pour off into the relationship or the bond that we should have with our children. And that's just not what we want to do. That's just not what we want to do. And our own mental health. It just affects everything. So I want to start with, we're going to start when we won't have time tonight to talk about everything, but we want to talk about 13 signs of trust issues, and we're going to start on those. How can you tell if you might have trust issues? How can you tell? that you might have trust issues. Some signs of trust issues are that we have relationship anxiety. Uh, Building trust in a relationship is key to counting on each other, each person, each friendship, each family member, maintaining longevity. Who needs a friendship that's only going to last 2 weeks? Who needs a friendship that's only going to be for a year and then it's over? We've just started to get to know each other and then it's over. We've told and shared things together and then the friendship is over. No, we need to deal with trust issues that can roll over. It can be on either side of the relationship or the friendship, or it could be on both, which makes it dual dysfunctional. The relationship has a dual dysfunctional element to it because both people are not trusting of the other. Trust issues can cause us to feel suspicious, to doubt others, and isolate ourselves. So let's talk about signs of trust issues. Number one, you focus on the negative. Let's look at this. Trust issues. You focus on the negative. Come on, get this. I need y'all to take notes. We got to get this. I want y'all to work on this throughout the week. And then when we come back together in relationship realities next week, I want us to be able to converse and talk about these things that we've gained and the knowledge that we've gained to combat this thing. Number one, you focus on the negative. Did y'all get it? Put it in the comment section so I can make sure you're still with me. Number one, you focus on the negative. Okay, let's talk about this. People in trusting relationships are more likely to see the positives in each other. Have you ever had a friendship or a relationship, a intimate relationship or romantic relationship in where you brought out the best in each other? You had such good times, such good conversation. Think about it. What made that relationship so good? It was the fact that you trusted each other and you brought out the best. You weren't looking for what was wrong with each other or wrong in the relationship, but you trusted each other. You felt safe and secure. So you brought out the positive aspects of each other. On the other hand, people with trust issues are more likely to focus on the negative. Let's look at that. So the number one sign of trust issues was that we focus on the negative. Focus on the negative. If you often find yourself assuming the worst and noticing people's weaknesses rather than strengths, this could be a sign of trust issues. As soon as you meet people, if you're focused on, you can't even get to know them good. Bad sign. We've got to work on this, family. Come on, friends. We've got to work on this. We cannot walk around with trust issues and act like nothing's wrong. I'm bringing this to our attention so we can notice it. We can do something about it and change it. The problem is always not someone else. The problem is a lot of times is us. The problem is in us. So number one, make sure you get that. You focus on the negative. Number one sign of trust issues. Number two, talking about signs of trust issues. Number two, you feel like you have to do everything. Let's talk about that one. Okay, you have a hard time relying on others to follow through. Okay, so you do it all yourself. Hey, I'm one to agree. I know we got some lazy people out there, lazy people on jobs and in homes and in churches and in everywhere, but having a hard time relying on others to follow through or trusting them. Let me put it in other terms. Trusting others to follow through. This leads to perfectionism, to stress and overwork. We're overworking doing things because we don't want to trust others to try their hand at doing something. So in the workplace, it can make it difficult for you to work as part of a team. Oh, there it is again. Pastor's been talking about teamwork For those of you who attend pastoral teaching on Wednesday at our APWM Pine Bluff location, he's been teaching 6:30 p.m. on Wednesdays about teamwork makes the dream work. We've got to work as a team. Trust issues definitely hinder teamwork because we don't feel comfortable delegating the work and counting on others to do their part. Now, there are times when we trust others to do their work, to do their teamwork, their part, their function, and then they fall short or they don't come through like they should. But we still have to allow for those opportunities for people to hurt themselves, for people to do it to themselves, not us not giving them the opportunity. So we learn how to delegate and to give people assignments. Then if they don't do it, then we have a foundation to stand on as to why we didn't allow them to help with the assignment or what they won't be going forward. So number 1 was focusing on the negative. Number 2, with trust issues. Second sign, we feel like we have to do everything. Number 3, being suspicious of family and friends. Let me say that again. The third sign of trust issues is being suspicious of family and friends. You're always preparing yourself for the next betrayal. Think about it. Anybody with me? Are you familiar with this feeling? Always preparing yourself. Almost like a ride at Disney World or a ride at Six Flags. Bracing yourself for the fall. Clenching up, bracing for the fall. Bracing, preparing yourself for the next betrayal. Preparing yourself for the next letdown. Or preparing yourself for the next ulterior motive. Ulterior motive meaning I'm not here just to be here with you. I actually have another reason that I'm here. Come on. Everybody does not have an ulterior motive or bottom line as to or other reason why they want to be around you. There are people who genuinely love you and want to be around you. There are people who want to be in a relationship with you just to be in a relationship with you. But a lot of times we're so troubled in our emotions and in our mind and have so many trust issues until we just can't believe. Many times it's self-esteem issues. It could be many reasons. But think about this. We need to be healed from this. We cannot think that everyone has an ulterior motive, something they're hiding. And we can't think that everything is going to be a letdown because everything is not. There are genuinely good people in this world. There are people who want to love you and want to care for you. And we're going to have to get rid of the trust issues so that we can at least use our discernment so that we can allow these good people into our lives to care for us. Still talking about number 3. Suspicious. Don't believe what people tell you. I mean, all people. Now, sure enough, truly, if you lie all the time and you're always telling something and it's not lining up, for sure, I don't believe you. But the knee-jerk reaction is to assume that they're being dishonest. I mean, the first reaction is everybody's lying, everybody's dishonest, everybody is hiding something. No. Not healthy. Or we have broken your trust in some kind of way. Everyone is not dishonest. Certainly not true. Everyone is not dishonest. So number 4, let's look at this. We have several signs of trust issues. Let's look. Number 4, let's talk about this. Number 4 is avoiding intimacy. And I had to include this because this is very important. Especially looking at romantic relationships, even in friendships, avoiding intimacy, being close to someone, having a special bond or a special closeness or relationship with someone. When we have trust issues, This is a sign. When we have trust issues, we avoid intimacy. We avoid being close to others. Intimacy requires vulnerability. Intimacy requires me opening up myself. It requires me opening up my heart. It requires me sharing of myself, my real self, not the hard self that I try to put up walls with, but that real self, that real person inside. So intimacy requires vulnerability, and people with trust issues try to avoid feeling vulnerable at any cost, because that dysfunction that's trapped on the inside does not want people to know, hey, I'm lovable. Hey, I'm lonely, or hey, I desire companionship. I'm hard, I'm straight, I don't need nobody. No, that is certainly not true. That is certainly not true. I'm gonna tell you now, Dr. Clay is being face to face honest with you. Give it up. If you've ever had a conversation with me, as many of you have, I'm just straight up real deal telling you the truth all the time. If you don't want to hear the truth, don't call Dr. Clay. I'm going to tell you the truth because I love you. It's not to be hard, but it's to be fair. I love you and I want to see the best out of your life. I want to see you be a functional person. And I tell you the whole truth. So avoiding intimacy, when we have trust issues, we fear being close. We fear getting in a relationship that requires us to be close and to spend time and to share of ourselves. We would rather be on our own than risk hurt. So I can spot this immediately whenever we have people who come in our presence. I can spot it right off. Rather be so hard. Oh, I'm on my own. I'm a loner. No, that's just to avoid being hurt. That's just to avoid what you felt before. You know that feeling you felt before when somebody betrayed your trust or somebody treated you bad. Everybody is not that dirt dauber that you dealt with back there. There are genuinely some people who would love to love you. There is someone out there who wants to have a romantic relationship with you, and they are not that hurtful person that you dealt with back then. But we've got to get rid of the trust issues. Put it on the screen. Get rid of the trust issues. Get rid of it. Get rid of the trust issues. So number 4 was avoiding intimacy. And then let's look at number 5. This is good. Holding grudges. Holding grudges. Once someone has broken your trust to let you down, you never forget it. Y'all be honest with me tonight. Have you ever held a grudge? Have you ever held a grudge? My hand is up. I'm not just showing y'all. My hand is up. I've held grudges before. I've been let down and hurt before, and I held a grudge, and it's not good. It's so funny because starting this coming Tuesday in the locker room, we're talking about the power of forgiveness. And I'm not just teaching y'all from a perspective of something I read in a book while I was in school getting master's and doctorate. This is not what this is about. This is real life experience that I've experienced, that I've had, that I've walked through, and I'm now sharing it with you. And I want you to know you can live a functional and healthy life, but we've got to get rid of the trust issues. And number 5, holding grudges is huge. Y'all, this is something that we've got to grow above. Sometimes we never forget what somebody's done. We hold a grudge, and it's right there. Not saying I have to put myself back in your hands, because I won't. I don't have to put myself back in your hands, but I can't stay right there where you let me down. I can't keep myself there holding you at that place. No, I have to grow over that. I have to grow beyond where you hurt me. We're not likely to ever forgive or trust that person again, but sometimes, especially in family relationships, it's required. It's going to be required that at some level we learn how to trust people with small things. We learn how to forgive them. We cannot stay stuck on a grudge, because if I'm staying there holding you, once again, I'm still at that same level. I can't even go anywhere because I'm busy staying right there holding that grudge on you. I can't move. I can't walk. My hands are not free to receive the next blessing or to climb to the next level because I'm busy holding the grudge there on you. So let's look at what we've learned so far. Some signs of trust issues include focusing on the negative. Number 2, feeling like we have to do everything. Number 3, this is good, y'all, being suspicious of friends and family. Number 4, avoiding intimacy, avoiding close relationships. And number 5, holding grudges. I hope y'all are getting these notes. And the last one that I'm going to share on tonight is number 6. You pick fights. Trust issues. Somebody say hashtag trust issues. Let me see you on the screen. Hashtag trust issues. Number 6, you pick fights. When you have trust issues, you're hyper aware of any little thing. I'm talking about on it. Watching every little thing that happens, everything that goes on. Hyper aware of anything that could go wrong in a relationship. You don't trust the partner. You don't trust your friends. So you bring up issues from their past or find things that bother you and start a fight. Picking a fight. And that's actually connected to number 5, which was holding grudges. Number 6, pick fights. A sign of a trust issue. Y'all, I love you. I want you to have the very best life possible. I want you to live in a functional place, a functioning place of prosperity in the mind, in the body, in your soul, your spirit. Y'all, I want us to have the best that we're able to have in life. I want us to do things that we've never done before. But in order to do that, we've got to deal with the trust issues. Somebody hashtag one more time, trust issues. Go to the bottom left-hand corner of your screen and hit that share button. I love you so much. We're going to continue our conversation on next week. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Family Vibes Counseling Incorporated is a community-based, nonprofit organization based in the heart of Arkansas and Texas. The mission of Family Vibes Counseling is to provide support and therapeutic healing for families, individuals, and marriages, and to foster growth and development in individuals. Family Vibes Counseling is a 501c3 charity, and all donations are IRS recognized tax deductible. Together, we can change the statistics of our communities. Depression affects approximately 18.8 million American adults, or about 9.5% of the U.S. population age 18 and older in a given year. 80% of depressed people are not currently having any treatment. 41% of depressed women are too embarrassed to seek help. 1 in 5 children deal with some sort of mental, behavioral, or emotional problem. 1 in 10 children may have a serious emotional problem. Among adolescents, 1 in 8 may suffer from depression. Become a sponsor for Family Vibes Counseling today. Help us to help the community. You can become a monthly sponsor and donate as little as $20, $50, or $100 per month. You can go to Cashapp and donate now. $Family Vibes INC. Cashapp. That's $Family Vibes INC. Go to Givelify.com or download the Givelify app and search Family Vibes Counseling. Click your amount and enter your card information, all within 30 seconds. You can text DONATE to 972-589-1925 and get more information about becoming a monthly sponsor. Text DONATE to 972-589-1925. Thank you.